Alright, this should be running now. So, having tried this game about 5 years ago, and only recently coming back to actually try and clear it, I've been playing it quite a bit, and I'm down to 2 achievements, both of which I'm going to be trying to clear in the same run. Why the same run? It's the 2 Steel Soul achievements. I am going to just do 100% run to try and clear it out. I already have a pretty good idea of what I will and will not be doing as I go. I may end up changing on the fly, I may end up missing things. It's only like a 3rd time through the game, but I still feel like I can do it at this point. I mean, I did everything else. So we will see what happens. Okay, a bit of a post-recording here. It may be visible on the screen currently, but during the actual recording and playthrough of this, I never really explained what my run was and what I was fully doing. So I'm going to take a moment here at the start to just quickly explain. A Steel Soul run is a deathless run of the game. You can put a nice little asterisk next to deathless, though, as there are some circumstances there if you die it won't actually make you lose, but for all intents and purposes it is considered deathless. If you die, that's it. You're brought to a game over screen, you are sent back to the title, and your file will say defeated on it, and you'll actually need to delete the file before you can even use it again. The game won't let you. The game also auto-saves after any death that you take, so you can't cheese this. Additionally, I am also trying to get Steel Heart on this run. This also requires me to go for 100%, and Hollow Knight has 112% that you can get as of its most recent update. What this means is I'll be running an 100% run that skips 12% of the progression that's required for 112. I get into it pretty quickly what I don't go for. And for that reason, I'm not going to really explain it here, nor what actually contributes, as I will also be, at the end of every video, making a note as to what is contributing towards the percent that I've picked up. You can kind of follow around with my progress as I've routed through. So as long as you understand that this is a 100% run that is also deathless, you get the general idea of what this run actually is. One other thing I should mention is I do intend on making some edits or addendums here and there, especially if I feel that it needs to be clearing up something that I may have said wrong, or just to poke at something I could have done better as I was going. These are typically going to come at the bottom of the screen in the form of a text blurb, and they'll usually be accompanied by a sound effect of some kind. I'm going to try and use these sparingly and not go crazy, but that will depend on how much I enjoy using them. That being said, that should cover everything. So, let's continue. So instead of saying what I am going to do, I think it'd be easier to say what I don't plan on doing. I looked up what gave percentage before doing this. I will not be doing God Home. Even though God Home probably has some of the easier percent I could get, because of the fact that it is in the dream world, getting to God Home would be a problem because of the big fluke enemies that I need to kill that do 2 damage. Additionally, I'm not going to do the White Palace because that is asking for trouble. I am not going to be doing Mantis Lord either, or the Tyrant Lord rather, because if I'm not going for one half of King's Soul, why go for the other half? I'm going to be ignoring the Colosseum of Fools, because there's a big risk of dying there. And from there, it's mostly just some choices I'm making to make my life a little easier. For example, I'm probably not going to go for every mass shard, because that would require bringing the flower to the grave, which takes a while. And I may end up doing the same with the essence fragments, I'm not sure yet, because I don't know if I want to dump 3000 GU into a well, but it also depends if I have to do any money grinding in the first place. Other than that, there's one or two Dreamers I'm considering not dealing with. Dream Warriors in specific. What that does mean, though, is I am going to be doing the Grim Troop. And while it would be a lot easier to just banish Grim, I may actually try to fight him. Because he's also a dream fight, I should just be able to do him without much risk. The risk, however, is going to come from the fact that I do have to take care of his subordinates, and some of his subordinates do 2 full HP of damage. This does also mean that I'm just going for the normal ending where you take out the Hollow Knight at the end of it. I decided to record this just because I thought it was going to be an interesting thing to watch back. This is kind of... I don't know if I would call it this game's ultimate challenge, because, you know, the Pantheons exist. But it is still a challenge, for all intents and purposes. It requires a different set of care and finesse than a normal playthrough or a speedrun. But when it comes to what I'm using to go through it, it's not going to be much different, I think, charm-wise, than either playthrough. I guess sitting at the benches isn't going to be the most important thing, because at the end of the day, it's going to be just for healing and saving in case I come back to this later. But I won't be respawning. So while this is still going to be Steel Soul, I do still need to get maps, I'm pretty sure, because I know the maps okay at this stage of the game. I did the speedrun without buying much, if any, of them. But for the sake of my sanity, hunting some things down later, I'm going to want them. Ah, yeah, that's another thing too. I am not going for the grub elegy. I will get enough to get the nail upgrades for the pale ore, but I'm not going for all of them. Some of the grubs are not in the most fun of locations to get, so that is my rationale there. Right now, the main thing I need to try and do, though, is I really need to get money for the lamp. And I especially need money for the fragile charms. Because who cares about death in this difficulty? That being said, I probably should try and prioritize at the very least getting all my power-ups to make getting around the map faster. Should be all of that. If I go back up, I can avoid the enemy encounter, but I kind of have to come back and deal with it anyways. And it would be before I have a charm to deal with it regardless. I'll just do it now. I should also mention, because I've not played the game many times, I don't really know any of the skips. So don't expect me to do anything crazy looking, because it won't happen. Yeah, no, you can't get that this early. Okay. That is one match shard I can definitely get. Not much hassle. Oops. That's a double, triple oops even. Apparently my pogo skills are not on par right now. Those better improve before too long or I'm gonna be in trouble. I'm just gonna go back around. You probably can very easily just, you know, do a nail trick, but I'm not willing to risk it right now. Cool, alright. I am glad that worked. I am just gonna go for Gru's Mother, because I got a free Sly at some point. This I can't do anything with yet, so I'm just gonna go right back. This is where the Gru's Mother is. I also want to get a charm notch from Salubra as quickly as possible, too. It's definitely on my list. Because I would like to get to 5. And she's got half of the darn things, so... Is this worth it right now? Probably. Oh, especially if I can get unscathed. You... You were going to block me, I'm not sure what you did. Alright, I'm definitely going to want to open up the stag stations again, for multiple reasons. Not even yet, though. He's gone. I'll probably take care of his cohort in the top right corner before I leave. I need to get that grub, so... I know there's something in the ceiling, charm-wise, I may want to go grab later, but I don't think it's active yet anyway. Hello, mister. I mentioned earlier at the start that I stopped playing this game 5 years ago. It's because I died to this guy. It was a knee-jerk reaction. Maybe justifiable for someone who has never played a Souls-like game before in their life. But a reaction nonetheless. Resulted in me in this game, which I know is still very good. I never felt bad at the game otherwise. It just got me off on the wrong foot and I never came back. You know, until recently. Alright, False Knight. It's done and dusted. don't know what to make of that. Actually, no, I can get him on my way back for the key, for the Crystal Peak. I don't need to get him right now. It'd be much better if I just prioritize getting the dash. Because that's what saves you time in this game, is getting the dash. And the damage.
Namino, namino.
I will take Vengeful Spirit. And this state of comatose being. There will probably be some sections where I'm not talking as much just because I'm trying to focus. I will try to minimize that if I can. But, no promises. Clumsy hit. Oh, forgot you were over there. Alright, I will be equipping that one for now. It is a charm that I like. It's not the one I'll probably be sticking with in the end. But it's a good charm and it's worth packing. At least for now. Decent on money, at least. So the lantern is 1800, fragile strength is 600, fragile body is, I think, like 350. And the first nail upgrade's like 200. Come on.